Yo, what up, hey, how you doing, guys? My name is Sanj, and today we have a video where I'm going to be answering a question that I get asked a lot, and that is something along the lines of how did you find your personal style, or how did you build your personal style? And so in today's video I'm going to be discussing 5 steps or 5 tips, whatever, in order for you to discover your own personal style. These steps are in no particular order because I actually believe that you need all 5 of them to achieve the desired outcome, but in order for me to break it down into an easy process that you can follow through in a video, let me start with step number 1, which is honesty. What I mean by that is that you need to be super honest with yourself about yourself. If that makes sense, just take a look at yourself in the mirror. I'm not telling you to point out all the negatives in you, but you need to be honest in regards to your height, to your weight, to your build, to the way your body is made up of. Obviously, some people have shorter legs, a longer torso. Some people have a shorter torso, longer legs. Skin tone, see what your skin tone is like, and therefore you'll be able to have a better understanding at what colors work for your skin tone and all that other jazz. I mean, you could have to take a look at eye color, hair color. I know this is getting quite deep, and like a lot of people don't put this much thought into it, but it's good to have the basics down so then you don't ever have to think about it, which then leads to point number 2, and I've kind of labeled that as just being open to learning, being open to inspiration. Now in today's age where it's so easy to just literally click on your phone, Instagram, Twitter, you get inspiration from everywhere. Now purely on the basis of style and fashion, you just have to follow your favorite people, your favorite influencers if you wish, on Instagram to get inspired. I myself, I'm in a fortunate position to be living in a place like London where there's a lot of like-minded people. It's a big city, you come across loads of people, but B, also to be working alongside people that take an interest and care in fashion, like James and Enzo amongst many others. I guess surrounding yourself with like-minded people helps. Being open to learning new stuff about fashion, because it's like football, you can't expect to be good at it if you never watch the beautiful game. You know, you have to watch the game, you have to live it, do you know what I mean? You have to practice, you have to train, and then it's the same thing with fashion. Yeah, you might think, holy shit, this guy looks amazing in everything he wears. That's not really the truth. The truth is, he only wears what he knows he will look good in. That is kind of the mentality you have to be behind. And what I also mean by being open is don't be afraid to try something that is not within your personal comfort zone, which then drives me to point number 3, which is experiment. There is no way you'll be able to develop a personal style without trying new things. That's just a fact. You are unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you see it, gonna have to put yourself in new situations, uncomfortable environments, so that you can see what works for you and then keep the stuff that works for you and then get rid of the stuff that doesn't work for you. Now moving on to point number 4, we have signature. And what I mean by that is that eventually, through all of that you've learned and all of that you've experimented, you'll find something that rings a bell to you. Take me for example, I'm by no means a fashion icon, but a signature look for me anyway is not necessarily in the clothing, because I take pride in the fact that I'm versatile in my clothing, that I'm not just boxed into one category. Although yes, I do have the SLP aesthetic or SLP vibe going for me as my main thing that I go for, just because for me it's the easiest. Like some people find themselves more comfortable in trainers, I personally and genuinely find myself more comfortable in boots. But a signature look for me would be my use of accessory. I love accessories, whether that may be my chain, which is currently under the jumper, my rings, my bracelet. That is something that with all my looks, it might change a tad bit, but it will still be present. Lucas Sabat, for example, another guy who he dresses sick, but his signature is definitely going to be his accessory. That's what you would recognize the guy by. Take a look at anybody that dresses well, whether that might be Ryan Gosling, whether that might be, I don't know man, who dresses well? Nick Wooster, for example. They have a signature look, and you should also build a signature look or a signature element to you that will make you define who you are, which is then all tied up with the mighty confidence. Step number 5, tip number 5, confidence is so much easier said than done, and I completely understand that, but you need to build on self-confidence. At times, you're gonna find people that are not going to be fond of what you're wearing, and that is absolutely fine. Just because someone is not fond of it does not mean that it isn't you. It doesn't mean that it's not cool. It doesn't mean that it's not good. That person is entitled to their opinion, but you should have enough confidence that you don't give a fuck in that sense. It's counteracting with what I said earlier in regards to being open to criticism and being open to learning new things. If anyway, it's someone's opinion that you value, take on board what they're saying, see if they're being truthful about it. But if it's someone that's just like, bro, it doesn't look that great, and you're taking a look at him and he's wearing some bullshit clothes, you're just like, fuck you then, I know better than you, you know what I mean? Have the self-belief in you to yeah, you just need to have self-belief in you to believe that what you're doing is the right decision. Man, I really didn't want to do a preachery video, but this might have turned into a preacher one. And that's all good. Every now and then I'm going to be sharing some wisdom that I've learned over the years. But that is it from this video. Thank you ever so much for watching this. What I'm wearing on body, this is my JW Anderson knit. The cap is from Cactus Flea. Is the brand called Cactus Flea Market or just Cactus Flea? Either way, they released a like small capsule collection at Dover Street and just copped the hat. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, share it. This might be a video that might help a few people. At least that is what I hope. But yeah, if you want to see some cool outfits, Sangiev, S-A-N-G-I-E-V, that is everything right in this corner. Thank you ever so much for watching and for your continuous support. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace.